Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
Well, the rain has finally stopped here in the Bronx, and that means it's finally time for baseball. As the Yes Network presents the Hyundai Sunday Game of the Week. And today it's the Yankees against the Royals in the final game of a three-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball along with Paul O'Neill. I'm Michael K. Yankees going for a sweep. Yesterday's game was one of the rare laughers that they've had. They played so many close games, and it was such a laugher that it allowed Cody Bellinger to pick up 5 ribbies. Big day for him.
A huge offensive day for Cody Bellinger, and you're waiting for that laugher to come. Well, it goes around guys having big days, especially at the plate. Bam, home run, his second of the year off a tough lefty second deck. And later in the game, another one. 5 RBIs on the day. I'll tell you what, the Yankees needed a laugher, and they got it.
He's had a good series, 4 for 8. 2 of the 4 home runs, 5 ribbies, and OPS 1.806. That'll get it done. 20th career multi-home run game, and his 3rd with the Yankees. Well, in a day of bad weather, the Yankees are hoping for good weathers today. Ryan Weathers looking for his first win of the year. Boone talks to Marakovitz.
Welcome back to Yankees Baseball on Yes, as the Yankees go for the sweep. Series finale between the Yankees and the Royals is set to get underway in just a couple of minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. Ryan Weathers is set to get the ball this afternoon, and for the most part, he had been throwing the ball pretty well to start the year. However, last time out, the long ball was an issue. He gave up 3 homers in the first against the Angels, and then another in the 4th inning. Those 4 home runs, the only he has given up all season long. Earlier today, I spoke with Aaron Boone and asked him what he's thought of Weathers so far.
A lot of good. I think last outing was a case of a team swinging the bat really well and kind of hot in the Angels and not getting his fastball to places he needed to because the secondary was really good. The fastball was good too. He was just having a hard time locating it, getting it in, getting it up. And that hurt him obviously there in that first inning where some middle down fastballs that they were able to really get into. So, but even within that outing, a lot of really good, and time before was excellent. So I feel like he's throwing the ball really well. It's just about getting his pitches to good spots.
So Weathers is on the mound. It is going to be Austin Wells back behind the plate. Also noteworthy, Ben Rice is DHing as expected. Giancarlo Stanton has the afternoon off. Rice is also going to lead off. Paul Goldschmidt will play first base, and Ahmed Rosario is in there at second. Plenty more to come here on the S Network. When we get back, Michael K. will be joined by Paul O'Neill. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Hyundai. Test drive a new Hyundai today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. By Tunnel to Towers, donate $11 a month and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org. And by the New York Lottery, this could be your lucky play. Well, the rain has finally moved through the New York City area. Many fans still here, tremendous fans here in the Bronx, and they're ready for the Yankees to sweep the Royals. Might be bundled up, but if the Yankees keep winning, they'll feel pretty good about things. So the Royals are 7-14, and the New York Yankees are 12-9. So it'll be a rain delay. It's supposed to start at 1:30, about 2 hours and 50 minutes. And, you know, when we talked on the pregame show, Paul, you said that anything over an hour, hour and a half, it starts to, you know, have players notice. So this is kind of lengthy delay that players would definitely know it happened.
I mean, you knew there was going to be delay. That was kind of talked about when we walked in the ballpark. But you know, the only thing as a player is you want to know time. You just don't want to sit and kind of be, you know, when you're on the runway and they don't tell you when you're taking off, you're just sitting there waiting. It drives you nuts. Just give me some information. Let me know. I can start my schedule and get ready.
All right, so a rain delay of this length, what would you be doing in that room?
Well, you hang out. It's really when you come together as teams or as times like that. It really is. You're kind of hanging around your locker talking, you know, especially after the the first couple games of this series. So you sit down and go over certain things that are happening with the team, and then you go through your routine, get ready to go.
All right, the Yankees are ready to go as they take the field. We'll take a look at the Royals starting lineup. Garcia at the top. Witt is the shortstop, batting second. Still has yet to hit a home run this year. And Vinny Pasquantino plays first and hits third. The middle third of the order, DH Salvador Perez, Lane Thomas, and then Starling Marte. And we'll finish up in left field with Isaac Collins, Michael Massey, and Elias Diaz. The catcher will bat ninth. And Ryan Weathers on the mound, making his fifth start, 0-2 with a 4.29 ERA, 28 strikeouts in 21 innings. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher's scouting report.
Wow, he's a little shell shock from last outing. Last outing Tuesday, he gave up 4 home runs, including back-to-back-to-back home runs in the first inning. So hopefully he gets off to a little bit better start today. He's still searching, looking for his first Yankee win. You know, he's been pretty good. He's had a couple really well-pitched games, just has not racked up a win yet. And a reason is save some for me. In his 4 starts, Michael, they have not scored a run for Weathers yet. That's kind of crazy.
And that's while he is on the mound. So, yeah, he'd like some run support because Will Warren was telling him all about it yesterday. The defense brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. It's Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge in the outfield left to right. McMahon's at third, Caballero at short. Rosario plays second as Jazz gets the day off. Goldschmidt's over at first. Austin Wells behind the plate. Ben Rice will lead off. Now he is the DH with Ryan Weathers on the mound. Umpire scouting report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. It's Chris Guccione behind the plate, considered hitter-friendly. 14 calls challenged, 10 have been overturned. And we are underway here in the Bronx. First pitch is outside to Michael Garcia. And a strike. Nestor Seiya is the first base up. Charlie Ramos at second. And Tyler Jones is over at third. Royals have lost 6 straight games, and they're 2-9 on the road. Garcia has been held to 1 for 7 in the first 2 games of the series. Now 2-2. And it's going to be challenged by Garcia. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Call is overturned.
And he was right by a lot.
Yeah, that's
wow, that's almost 3 inches.
The biggest one that we've seen all year. That ball right there, you can tell low. And as a hitter, you know, it's obvious you give up on.
Well, if you're Guccione, you've had 15 calls challenged, 11 have been overturned.
Yeah.
The 3-2. Grounded softly to third. McMahon charges. Fields fires. And they got him on the sweep tag by Goldschmidt, saving McMahon an error.
Yeah, Garcia runs well. McMahon really gloved this with his glove going the other way. They're going to see if it's even close over there, but it looked like Goldschmidt got him on the shoulder. On the back, just a little touch there. But that's enough, Michael.
That's all you need. I want to know how the umpire saw that, though. How did Seiya, where he's located, know that that tag was made?
I don't know. There wasn't much contact there. Goldschmidt giving him a little smile. So, you know what? I'll let you know.
And Bobby Witt takes a strike.
Well, Guccione's had that low strike going. I mean, really, if you think about it, there's been 3 pitches below the strike zone. Only one of them challenged. That ball looked low, too.
One and one. Witt 1 for 7 in the first 2 games. 21-game homerless streak to start the season. That is the longest of his very young career. One and two.
I hope that Weathers does not get away from his fastball. You know, he's a high velocity guy when he's throwing his fastball well, and we went through it when Schlittler kind of shut down Kansas City. They have struggled against hard throwers all year.
Yeah, their numbers against 95 miles an hour or up are some of the worst in the league.
Which is very surprising to me because they're a young team, and you know, most young players are dead red fastball hitters, and then you adjust as you get older to hit breaking balls.
Ground ball, a base hit through the right side for Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr., you're just hoping doesn't get real hot before he leaves town, because you know what's coming, but that's just fighting the ball off the other way. Rosario playing up the middle, kind of a vacated right side.
Well, now you have to worry about the stolen base. He has 8 stolen bases on the year. There's Vinny Pasquantino, 2 for 8 in the first 2 games.
Are you lending me your heater there, Michael? Point it this way, it's freezing. I'm a little off kilter here, Michael. We're starting. Yeah. We're starting when we should be finishing. It's, you know, it's 4:45 right now, right?
No, 4:24.
Okay.
Don't rush time.
Can't get it back. Right?
No. And you're going to want it back. You want to know on Pasquantino?
Will be a day.
And a strike. Chopped slowly. Rosario has 1 play, makes it at first as Witt advances to second. You see what's happening on the field, Paul? Do you see?
Yeah, somebody turned the lights on.
The sun. You see the shadows of the players and the flags. And the crowd's cheering the sun.
Well, some can help. I looked up at the game time temperature. You know, we've had some 80-degree days here. Game time temperature was 42 degrees.
Perez swings and misses. So yesterday, Perez didn't play. And his manager, Matt Quatraro, said, just looking at the way things have gone, he's played every day, every game, day game after night game. Just try to give him a little mental breather. Well, Perez went on Twitter and said, I don't need a mental breather. But they spoke today and they said they've patched it up, and Perez realizes he can't play 162 games. He's ready to move forward. It's a different world. Imagine if Joe Torre did something, you know, like he went to Twitter, which didn't exist then.
It's just easier to talk behind the back, thinking, he'll never see it. Well,
the world sees it. Hit sharply right to Caballero. And that'll do it. In the first, no runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Royals nothing. Yankees coming to bat.
We are the Newcastle Blue Jays. And here's today's starting Yankee lineup. Batting first and designated hitting, Ben Rice. Batting second and playing right field, Aaron Judge. Batting third and playing left field, Cody Bellinger. Batting fourth, playing first base, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting fifth, playing center field, Trent Grisham. Batting sixth, playing second base, Ahmed Rosario. Batting seventh, playing catcher, Austin Wells. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Jose Caballero. Batting ninth, playing third base, Ryan McMahon. And pitching, Ryan Weathers. Go Yankees!
Good job, youngsters. Really nice job on the lineup. We thank you for that. And that lineup will be going up against a tough left-hander, Cole Riggins. Rice is ready, and Riggins deals. And there's a strike. All right, this is his 5th start, 0-3, 3.78, about a strikeout per inning. All right, Paul, let's check out the Nissan pitcher scatter report on the lefty.
Well, remember when he was an all-star in 2024, just kind of last year was all filled with injuries, just was not himself. or the Royals hope that he gets back to that 2024 put away pitch. Uses this changeup a lot. Since 2023, hitters only hitting 180 against it. And balanced lineup, you always talk about splits, lefties, lefty, righty, righty. Well, he's pretty much the same against both, so you pretty much don't have to stack the lineup with righties.
Diaz with the block. Rice 3 for 7 in this series. For the season, an on-base percentage of .468. That'll get it done. And he hit a home run off a lefty yesterday, hitting .340 against right-handed pitching, and against lefties .313. And the pitch. And that's a walk. Bryce liked that, the way he tossed away the bat, took a close pitch. Let's check out the defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. You know, Witt's an outstanding defender, and so is the third baseman, Michael Garcia. He's our Car Shield defensive player profile. Outs above average. Brian Hayes with 47, Garcia 39, McMahon 25, and Matt Chapman 20. Aaron Judge swings at the first pitch, lofts it deep to center field. Going back, Thomas on the track, at the wall. See ya! Into Monument Park. His 9th home run of the year. Another first inning blast, and the Yankees lead 2-0.
Whatever he does, pregame routine, Michael, I think everybody ought to just follow in his footsteps, because his first inning at bats all year, his home runs in the first inning, his at bats have been tremendous. No easing your way into the game. Give us a little wink, Eric. Come on, come on. You got it, didn't you? There you go.
90th first inning home run for Aaron Judge. And at the beginning of the day, the leader in the major leagues, Yordan Alvarez, had 9. Not sure at this point, but he's tied with Yordan as far as we know with 9 for the most in the majors. Yordan did hit one. He hit his 10th, so now Judge is 1 behind. Plenty of game to go, though. Bellinger in the series 5 for 11. So he had 1 home run in his first 19 games, and then he hits 2 yesterday. 3-0. A strike. And a walk to Bellinger. So shaky beginning for Reagans.
Breaking ball just kind of had break, but it was just up in the strike zone, which gives Aaron Judge a good look at it. Like I said, he does not have to pull the ball, doesn't have anything, put it in play, elevate it. Aaron Judge can reach anywhere.
There's Paul Goldschmidt. And Diaz going to talk with Reagans. Last start, Reagans on April 14th against a good Detroit team. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, did not allow a run. We're 4 batters into the first inning. He can allow 2 runs on this one swing and still nobody out. Home run number 9. Now has 16 runs batted in. One and one on Goldschmidt.
You know, we had so much time in the pregame. You know, when things were on the monitor up here. You did that Car Shield read the other. I looked up there. Tino was doing the commercial for him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Tino's a star now.
2-1. Now, Goldschmidt's one of the best hitters against left-handed pitching. He can challenge that.
Challenging.
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. And he got a
Pause
run.
confirms New York has one
Just
remaining
barely.
challenge.
But Goldschmidt has not had that many opportunities, just 12 at-bats against left-handed pitching, and he has 2 hits.
Obviously thought the ball was down. You see that as you look back as a hitter, you see the catcher moving the ball up in the strike zone. There's a tendency to think that was low.
That was his first challenge all year. And a strike. First out. Goldschmidt down looking. Now, we told you that Judge just hit his 90th career first-inning home run. This year, though, he's hit 5 home runs in the first inning. And check this out. Only 7 other American leaguers have more than 5 home runs total this season.
Yeah, he comes into the game locked in.
There's a strike to Grisham. After his 2 home run game, when he came off the bench against the Angels, he's 1 for 14 since that time. Two and one. Holds up and the count 3-1. Reagan's 28 years old, 5th big league season. First-round draft pick in 2016 by the Rangers out of high school, 30th overall pick. He's already had 2 Tommy John surgeries. Been the Royals' opening day starter 3 years running. And he walks Grisham. 3rd walk issued by Reagan's this inning.
He's really having trouble controlling this fastball. It's been away, it's been up, it's been all over the place. And, you know, this is a guy that, like we said, I mean, he's an ex-all-star pitcher that has been good other than injury.
There's Rosario outside. Runners lead. Well, he is not commanding his pitches and really getting himself into count trouble.
And now you're in the fastball count where he's thrown 2 changeups because Rosario really has a quick bat against lefties. He can really turn on the ball. Now you're getting to a point where you're going to have to give him that fastball that he's looking for.
Take a look at Rosario's spray chart, all of his hits this year. Statcast 3D by Google Cloud, so he's on foul line to foul line, Paul.
Yeah, he really likes the fastball. He can turn on it. He really is quick. He just flies open with that front hip, but can get to the fastball easily.
And another walk. 4 walks here in the first inning. That loads the bases for Austin Wells.
Yeah, as much trouble as the Royals have had over the past years with the Yankees, the last thing you want to do is kind of dig yourself a hole, because all of a sudden the back of your mind, like, here we go again against the Yankees. But Reagan's has put himself in a position where the Yankees are able to, obviously already on the board with 2, but really could put a dent in this game right now.
Pitching coach Brian Sweeney has a word with Reagan's, trying to settle him down. As Paul said, this could get ugly in a hurry, and the Royals have had a lot of trouble scoring runs. It's 2-0 on the Judge home run. Now bases loaded, 1 out. Wells at the plate. Left field, Collins makes the catch. Tagging is Bellinger. The throw will come into Whip. It's a sac fly for Wells. It's 3-0 Yanks.
Austin Wells gets the job done. Obviously, as a player, you want to just drive one and get them all in, but first things are first. Put the ball in play deep enough to at least score a run.
There's Caballero, first and second now with 2 outs. That's the first sac fly of the season for Wells. He had 11 last year, and that led the American League. Two and 1. 3 runs in for the Yanks. 2 on the Judge home run. And then the sac fly by Wells brought in the 3rd. Three and 1 and a challenge. So Diaz challenging. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Diaz wrong. And you can see he's upset. So both teams now down to 1 ABS challenge.
You saw the reaction from Goldschmidt when he lost, and you see the reaction here with Diaz. I mean, early in the game, you know how valuable those challenges are. Both of them unsuccessful.
Sky high pop up. Garcia, Diaz. Garcia makes the call on the catch, and that'll do it. But the Yankees get 3 runs. They get 2 on this swing. After a day of rain, he's trying to bring rain, piercing the clouds and entering Monument Park. It's 3-0 Yankees. FanDuel's daily dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits a home run. And here are the featured home run odds for today's players. Paul Goldschmidt plus 600, Rosario plus 1,000. Lane Thomas takes pitch outside. So finally, the Yankees score runs for Ryan Weathers.
Big 2 spot from Aaron Judge. 1 swing in the bat.
Can I say it, Paul?
What?
When it rains, it pours.
Oh, you're on fire today with the rain, with the Weathers, and yeah, you're 2 for 2 so far, Mike. You're off to a good start.
Thank you. Thomas 1 for 7 in the first 2 games. Yankee lefty rocks and deals. The 2-0. Now 3-0. Kansas City scored 2 runs or fewer in 12 of their 21 games. One more than the Mets have scored in that many games. There's a strike.
Michael, you mentioned the fact that Ryan Weathers must be pleased that the Yankees were able to put some runs on the board for him. I asked him about the lack of run support early in the season, and he said all of the right things. I'm focused on what I have to do on the mound. It's my job to put up zeros out there. But when I spoke to Will Warren yesterday about the added run support and having that type of cushion, he said, man, that allows you to relax on the mound. It really allows you to go out there and attack and not worry about 1 run or 2 runs being the difference. It just kind of puts you at ease. Now, he was cruising anyway, but certainly for a pitcher on the mound, I imagine nice to have a little cushion to work with.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you do pitch to the scoreboard line, Paul.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're in a 1-run game, you pitch much differently than like Will Warren did yesterday when all of a sudden you look up and you're up 10 runs. But you know, pitchers act like it doesn't matter. You know, they want run support. They want to pitch with a lead. They want to be in control of the game. But if you think about it, there's really no rhyme or reason why certain guys, you know, just don't get run support.
There's ball 4. You know, Paul, the man upstairs gives just the right amount of talent that everybody can handle. So if he gave me enough talent to be a pitcher, can you imagine what I'd say? I did my job. They're not going to score.
Yeah. You were such a good teammate, man. These guys are killing me.
Here's Marte. And a strike.
Marte in the lineup today against a lefty, 37 years old, Michael, his 15th major league season. You remember way back with the Pirates in 2016, an all-star with the Mets 2022. He's had a great career.
So he just finished his 4 seasons with the Mets, where he had a $78 million deal. And it shows you this guy loves to play. He signed a 1-year, $1 million deal with the Royals just to stay in the game. Incentives could bring it up to $3 million. This could be 2. There's 1 and there's 2. Caballero decided to take it himself.
Again, if you got time, take away any throw, which could be messed up, and just take it yourself. He obviously doesn't run like he used to, but still not much you can do there. Right at Caballero, going towards the bag.
There's Isaac Collins. High fly ball, left field. Bellinger's there and puts it away for the final out. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Yankees. Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And today's picture is from Jenna, who was here in the Bronx yesterday as the Bronx Bombers hit 4 home runs. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Ryan McMahon will lead off here in the bottom of the second. Getting a start against the left-hander. A reverse split lefty, as Paul mentioned. You know, with his changeup, he's tougher on righties statistically than lefties. 1-1. After the game, the Yankees will head into Manhattan. They have the Yankee Welcome Home Dinner tonight, and 2 of our own are going to be honored. Joe Girardi is going to receive the Pride of the Yankees Award, and John J. Filippelli will received the Long and Meritorious Award, Lifetime Achievement from the New York Yankees. Well deserved by both.
Flip, if you think about it, he has achieved a lot, and if you enjoy watching the Yankees on Yes, then you should thank John Filippelli himself.
Yeah, he was the first person hired by George Steinbrenner when the network started. He was hired on September 10th of 2001. And George Steinbrenner said, build me a network that will be the envy of all. And that's what Flip did. Ben Rice fouls it back. So they'll both get their awards tonight. That one is driven deep to right field. See ya! Another home run for Ben Rice. His 8th of the year. And the Yankees lead 4-0.
Ben Rice, doesn't matter where he hits in the lineup, leading off today as the designated hitter. He is just quick to the ball right now because he is so balanced, not lunging at all. To be able to wait against a lefty, pull your hands in, and get to that ball inside. Boy, this game's fun when you're hot like that. Huh? Isn't it 4 in a row? 4 games in a row, he's at home run.
Well, he's about as hot as you can be. And he's about as hot as any hitter in baseball right now. Walked and scored in the first. 8th home run here in the second. He has 18 runs batted in. And for the second straight day, it's a home run against a left-handed pitcher. 0-2 on Judge. He calls time.
Yeah, that ball is up and in. Probably not even on the plate, but he is so quick inside. And when you don't have to worry about the inside pitch because you know you can get to it, then you can kind of lean out over the plate to cover everything.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Judge can't believe it. He was ready for another pitch. And he looks down at the first base umpire, Nestor Ceja.
You see him looking out over the plate and then just being able to just spin on that ball to get to the barrel there. And again, it's such a big thing to have a good swing on that inside pitch so you don't hook it foul. I mean, there's no reason to hammer that ball hard if you just hook it foul. Oh, wow. That looks like it's been rehearsed before.
Wow. Longest streak of his career, 4 straight games with a home run. Ground ball. Bobby Witt Jr. gets Bellinger for the final out. Another home run by the Yankees. Another home run by Ben Rice. Hot Rice on a cold Sunday. Can't get him out. 8 home runs of the year. 4-0 Yankee lead. Michael Massey leads off the 3rd inning. Pitch up and in from Weathers. High fly ball, left center. Grisham puts it away. one down. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Yankees, the official source for your Yankees gear. Here is Elias Diaz. Signed a minor league deal with the Royals in February, called up from AAA Omaha today. Mitch Spence, who pitched the bulk of the game yesterday, and infielder Tyler Tolbert were optioned to AAA Omaha after yesterday's game. When you're a long reliever and they use you for 4 innings, you know you're going down if you have options.
Yeah, it's not a good position. Even if you throw well, you're useless for a couple of days.
Right back to Weathers for out number 2.
But a little odd, though, Michael. They would call Diaz up. I mean, Jensen is their future catcher.
Yep.
And Perez catches so much. Now you're carrying 3 catchers.
It is odd. Here's Michael Garcia. And a strike. Garcia grounded out the third and the first. We're in the third, and the Yankees lead 4-0. Home runs by Judge and Rice. One and one.
You see Weathers, the last 2 fastballs pumped up to 97. So starting to find that rhythm there.
Two outs here in the third. Line drive. It's a foul ball.
And I kept looking at Garcia. I'm like, God, who does he remind me of? And I just looked at him again. Raul Mondesi.
I could see it.
That's
yeah,
all
I
of a
could see
sudden
it.
that it flashed in my mind.
Strike 3, and that's challenged.
Yeah, that's a
Batter's challenging the pitch.
good changeup down and away. Whether it got down out of the strike zone, we'll see here in a minute.
Kansas City has 1 remaining challenge.
Strike 3, challenged again.
Batter's challenging the pitch.
I mean, this ball looked like it got the plate. So
Call is confirmed. Kansas City has no remaining challenges.
Kansas City out of challenges. Yankees lead 4-0. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at Genesis.com. By Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. By Nissan, hop into a Nissan Rogue and hit the road to adventure. Shop Nissan, USA.com. Oh, the pine tar incident. Whoop. That was something. So much history between these two teams, but lately it's been a rivalry like the hammer and the nail. Since 2015, the Yankees are 54-18 against Kansas City. Driven into center field, Thomas back, still back. Makes the play on the track to retire Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt, solid contact, drove the ball to center field, but on a cold day like this, ball not carrying very well, unless you're Aaron Judge, where it really doesn't matter.
And a strike to Grisham. Oh, and 2. One and 2 on Grisham, who walked in the first inning. Strike 3. I don't think Grisham loved the call, but choosing not to challenge.
That looked like a solid curveball on the outside part of the plate. Grisham just got fooled. You see, when you, as a hitter, you kind of follow it, and your body follows it, and you kind of freeze up.
You know, one thing that should be noted about the ABS system, it's not three-dimensional. They have picked the middle part of the plate. So it could be a strike toward the outside, and if it moves out of the strike zone and that middle plate that they put in, then it's not going to be a strike. High fly ball as the sun comes out. Let's see who's going to get it. Thomas gets it. And the Yankees go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the fourth. 4-0 Yanks. Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Bobby Witt Jr. leads off the fourth inning. He has the only hit for the Royals against Ryan Weathers. Now, Steve Stewart, who's done the radio on the Royal side for so long, was telling me a story about Ryan Weathers. Stewart was doing Reds games when David Weathers was playing there. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Weathers was 5 years old. And Stu said that, you know, his son was the same age, and he was a pretty good player for his age, you know. He said, and they would go out and throw in the outfield, and Ryan Weathers is almost throwing like foul line to foul line at the age of 5. In perfect form. He said you just knew there was something different there. Mm-hmm. And here he is, a big leaguer.
I remember in Detroit one day when Prince Fielder, Cecil's son, by 12, was launching him in the upper deck in Detroit. Like, wow, I guess you're on your way to the major leagues there. A breaking ball. I mean, he's been using that changeup to try to put righties away late in the count, but he went with the breaking ball there, going in on Bobby Witt Jr.
Fouled back.
It's been a hard fastball in off the plate. Now a changeup in. We're really set up for that slider away.
Left side, long run for McMahon in foul territory. Can't get there. Pasquantino grounded to second. That was in the first. We're in the fourth. It's 4-0 Yanks. The 0-2. 1-2. Yankees have tomorrow off, and then they will begin a 9-game, 3-city road trip. Red Sox, Astros, and the Rangers. 2-2.
I think it was last year. I don't think they played Boston until like June. I didn't think it like a late start against the Red Sox. So going to start the rivalry early this year.
It's turned into just a beautiful late afternoon. Players, some of them have to use sunglasses with the sun shining through, poking through the clouds.
Yeah, didn't ever think when this game started that shadows were going to come into effect, but they are right now.
Weather's looking good. Does that mean the pitcher or the actual weather?
The 44 I'm not a big fan of, Mike. I got to tell you.
You didn't like Reggie?
Well, yeah, that 44 I like.
And Pasquantino down on strikes. 3 strikeouts in a row for Weathers.
Yeah, he had Pasquantino. After the first fastball in, he had him off balance the rest of this at bat. Good job by Weathers.
And Paul, you asked, why would they bring up a third catcher with Salvador Perez, who catches quite a bit for the Kansas City Royals? Well, it was revealed pregame that he's suffering from a little bit of tightness and soreness in his hip, so he's going to DH a little bit more. It gives them a bit more coverage and the option of using someone else behind the plate and not having to rely on him so much. He can still catch, but they want him to get right in the batter's box. He has just not looked like himself to start the season. 160 average, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, and just 1 for 28 with runners in scoring position so far.
Thank you, Meredith. Barrow's grounded to short. It was in the first. 2 outs here in the fourth. The 0-2. Strike 3. That'll do it. He strikes out the side. 4 strikeouts in a row. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-0 Yankees. Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of New York Yankees. 7 innings at shortstop today for Anthony Volpe. 4th rehab game with AA Somerset. Expected to join AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre next week. Tri-State Cadillac scoreboard. Yankees lead 4-0. Austin Wells, a sac fly in the first inning, leads off. Takes first pitch ball from Cole Reagans. 1-1.
You know, Michael, we got a little late start today, so it's going to be a kind of a long day right here at the ballpark. But when you look back 44 years ago, the Pawtucket Red Sox played a 32-inning game, and they finally had to call it a darkness. And then they finished it. Marty Barrett, who ended up with the Red Sox, got a game-winning hit in the 33rd inning.
Boggs played in that game, right?
Yeah, Boggs and Ripken. Cal Ripken Jr. was part of that game, too. That's a long day.
That is a long day. But they talk about it to this day. Of all the new rules that baseball's put on, love them. I think it's helped the game. I just don't like the extra inning rule.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the managers love it because they don't want to have to maneuver a bullpen in an 18-inning game. But you have an 18-inning game, and they don't happen that often. What's everybody talking about the next day? That. Nobody's talking about the Manfred man at second base. They're just not.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing that is weird is, you play that all year, but then you go to the playoffs and it's not played that way.
Right. And it's like the shootout in hockey. They don't do it during the playoffs. They just continue to have extra periods.
No joking aside, I actually like the 7-inning doubleheaders. I really do. I think if you're going to play a doubleheader, especially during the summer, they're making up a rain delay, you're playing 10, 12 days in a row. I don't think 7 innings is a bad idea when you're doing a doubleheader.
And Wells works a walk.
I also like the 10-run rule. I think that would actually add excitement to the game.
See, I don't know if I like that because fans are paying for 9 innings. So if it's 10-run rule in the 5th inning.
Just think of it's got to go, all right, say 7 innings, all right?
Right.
10-run rule. But just think if you're up 9 runs with a man on third against the Red Sox, where you can actually embarrass them. That the fans would be involved.
And a push bunt. Pasquantino, nice play, goes to second to get the force on Wells.
Well, good idea, but you've got to get that towards the second baseman or not get this much wood on, because he hit a bullet right there to Pasquantino. Has plenty of time to get Wells.
How about this, Paul? Yesterday in college baseball, Northern Colorado beat St. Thomas 8-7 in 21 innings, and they won on a bases-loaded 2-out balk.
Oh, boy.
Caballero with 9 stolen bases. Coming into today, the leader. And you don't think of this guy as like a speed merchant. As Jose Ramirez of the Guardians has 10 stolen bases. He's such a great player.
Certainly is. I mean, that franchise has been lucky to have him. I mean, just 30-30 guy basically every single year. Top 5 of the MVP voting usually.
And that's the only place he wants to play. He has signed undervalued contracts one after the other. And that's why the Guardians can afford him, and he doesn't care because he wants to play in Cleveland. McMahon skies one to left center. Thomas is there. Puts it away. Tagging Caballero. He's going for second base. He's safe. A funky slide got him in there. It was a good throw.
Yeah, the old trick slide. I mean, why not take a chance here, to get into scoring position? This is kind of new play in baseball, where guys will tag up on a long fly ball. We talk about him being a daring runner. The old swim slide, where you kind of pull that arm back and get around the tag, but he was able to stay on the base and pull that left arm back and kind of sneak the right one in there.
That's like playing Twister.
Yeah. While you're moving.
Yeah.
I wasn't very good at that game. After about 3 rolls, I was done.
So here's Rice. Now speaking, that one hits Caballero. He goes down. Ball gets away. Retrieved by Witt. That hit him. And he's in some pain. Like he got him on the small of the back.
Yeah, that or right on the hip bone. And, a lot of times when you're hit at the plate, you tighten up and kind of, take the brunt of the hip. But there, you don't expect it. You just go back to the base and you just get smoked.
He's in a lot of discomfort.
And you just hope that it got to the side and didn't hit him in the spine or something. Right on the bone there. Immediately you see him grabbing it. That hurts immediately.
Oh, you can hear the thump. Tim Lentich, Yankees athletic trainer, right there with Aaron Boone. You know, tie up the note about Ramirez. He had 2 home runs today to beat the Orioles. So for his career, 291 home runs, 297 stolen bases. He's a special talent.
And plays third base every day, and is a little guy. He's not a big guy.
A lot of power. Looks like he's going to stay in. And he's going to have a bruise. Reagan's deals. That one missed. Breaking ball. 1-1. Got to give credit to these youngsters trying to start the Ben Rice chant.
Yeah.
The rest of the crowd's not picking up on it.
They're right under our booth.
They are
with them here.
He's going to become a fan favorite the way he plays, the way he hits. Three and one. Rice walked in the first, home run in the second. Judge on deck. Here's ball 4, so he walks again, first and second. And Judge coming up. Let's check out the exit velocity presented by Spectrum on the Judge home run. 111.6 off the bat. Traveled 425 feet into the land of Mystique and Orb.
Well, definitely not pitching around Rice. Just flat out walked him with Aaron Judge walking to the plate.
Now, as hot as Rice is, that doesn't quite make sense.
No, I mean, you're going after Rice. Aaron Judge is walking up. He's already taking you dead center field. You just did not get ahead, and it couldn't throw strikes.
First and second, 2 men out. 4-0 Yanks, bottom of the 4th. He's trying to go yard there in the count. 0-2. And he got it right by him. 95 miles an hour to strike out Judge. Yankee strand 2, we go to the 5th. It's time for the Optimum Fiber famously fast replay.
Well, Weather's off to a good start here. All zeros on the board, and he's getting ahead. He's putting the righties away with off-speed pitches. He's got a good enough breaking ball and a good enough fastball today to mix them in.
Strike to Lane Thomas. Remember, the Royals are out of ABS challenges. Yankees have 1 left. So Chris Guccione could definitely expand that strike zone when the Royals are at the plate. They have no recourse. Popped up on the right side. Goldschmidt. And foul territory makes the play. Oh, that's a good teammate, you know?
Yeah, he knows it hurts, so he's over there tapping it.
He's the Steph Curry of baseball.
Yeah.
Ahmed Rosario. He doesn't put the teeth guard in. He just chews on it. There's a strike. Dribble toward the mound. Weathers fields, fires, and they get Martelli.
Weathers doing a great job. We just saw him on the strikeouts, but he has really mixed his pitches up well. Came into the season where, you know, you could basically look fastball. You know in the certain counts you're going to get it, but he's really mixing his pitches up much better, using the changeup a lot more, especially against right-handed hitters.
One 1-0 on Isaac Collins. Fly ball to left in the second. Yankees have 4 runs, a 2-run home run by Judge, a sac fly by Wells, and a solo home run by Rice. So they just have 2 hits, and the Royals have 1 hit. Again, Weathers. And another 1-2-3 inning. We are halfway through. 8-pitch inning. Yankees lead by 4. Audi scoreboard. Yankees lead 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off is Cody Bellinger. Lefty against lefty. No big deal to him. He dominates in these situations. Meredith, what's the rhyme or reason to this?
Well, Michael, it's funny. He was talking in the clubhouse post-game last night, and he was asked that very question, and he said, hey, I don't want to age myself, but in the minors, nobody talked about lefty matchups. He never heard of it. It was just another pitcher out there on the mound, and you had to make a plan like you would against any other guy. You continue to put a good swing on the ball, and he just doesn't think there's any big magic to it. It's just going out there
and doing that. And that counts as a hit against the lefty, Meredith.
Michael, it doesn't have to be pretty, but it does have to work, right? But as he was saying, you know, there's no real magic to it. To him, he just goes out there and approaches it like any right-hander he would face. Now, you look at the numbers since 2025. He is first in average on-base percentage, slug, and OPS in the league against lefties. And I don't think he could have even accounted for that.
So a double for him, and that'll bring up Goldschmidt.
It's a double on the paper, right? I mean, in the box score. But
yep.
You know what? Collins coming in there, I mean, that's the left fielder's ball. You always call off the middle infielders if you have an opportunity.
And he looked like he shied away.
Mm-hmm. You know, I thought that was a great point that Cody Bellinger said, hey, you know, in the minor leagues, and I look back at the same thing, if you were a prospect or you were you played every day. And now, even in the minor leagues, they start playing, you know, matchups and things that you do in the major leagues. So you don't get a lot of confidence and a lot of at-bats. You know, if you know, they're doing that in the minor leagues too.
Well, I remember when you got traded from the Reds, and here's that play.
Yeah, again, I mean, right now, that's the left fielder's ball, and he must have heard a voice, but, you know, as a left fielder, it doesn't matter if you hear it. Garcia saying, you know, sorry if I got in your way, but no, it's, you know, that's a ball that should be called off, and the outfielder should take it.
So it does look like Thomas is not in the wrong because Garcia called and then didn't make the play. So anyway, when you got traded here from the Reds. Buck didn't play against lefties right away. He tried to spot you against lefties that he thought you'd do well against, but did you have problems in Cincinnati against lefties?
Well, I mean, there's always a dip, usually, lefty on lefty, and because back then you had a ton of matchup lefties out of the bullpen were extremely hard to hit, but you know, until you get the confidence that, you know, I'm going to play every day, you, like Bellinger said, it was just another pitcher. But if you're trying to force it and you're trying to, you know, get to that opportunity where you get to play against lefties, sometimes you put too much pressure on yourself.
Let's check out one of today's player props brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Trent Grisham to hit one or more home runs, plus 750. Trent has walked and struck out. So first and second, nobody out. High drive, right field, Marte back, looking up, see ya, into the second deck. The Yankees cash in, a 3-run home run for Grisham. And the Yankees up 7-0.
Well, that Bet365's coming through, huh? Number
Yesterday, Bellinger, right?
Yeah. Well, after a day off against a lefty, gets the ball out over the plate and just hammers it for a home run today. You put 100 on that, didn't you, Mike?
No. No,
sorry to say.
Rosario fouls it back.
That fastball has no problem catching up to it up in the strike zone.
Now to make the seats.
Really a back leg hitter when you watch him. I mean, he just kind of rotates around that back foot where a lot of guys get that kind of weight shift towards the front as you make contact. He is total back foot.
And Rosario tips it into the glove of Diaz for strikeout. Third home run for Grisham. He has 14 ribbies on the season.
And this is absolutely becoming a horror story for the Royals, just knowing every time they take the field against the Yankees that good things aren't happening. The best thing they can do is get out of town. Hopefully, they're thinking, you know, I'm glad this is a 3-game series and not a 4-game series. Let's just go take our talent somewhere else.
One and one on Wells. Sac fly for him and a walk. The sac fly, his second run batted in of the season. Two and one. Mason Black. Again ready for the Royals. Did he go? Nope. 3 and 1. And the count is full. Reagans has allowed 7 runs and 7 walks, both career highs, and now 8 walks. Well, it's time to name that Yankee. Brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. 291 average, 1,705 hits, 102 home runs. Played with the Yankees for 10 years. Started with the Orioles, then the Indians, and the Royals for 4 before heading to the Yanks.
Why is this not popping up? This should be an easy one, right? We got a break to think about it, Michael.
Yeah, for sure. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. The Yankees keep climbing against the Royals. They're up 7-0, looking for more. New pitcher, Mason Black. And he'll face Jose Caballero. Called up today from AAA, Mason Black, pitch outside. 26 years old, third big league season. This is his Royals debut. Traded from San Francisco to Kansas City in November. Fly ball. Long run for Marte. Can't get there. Now Black got their attention by pitching 8 shutout innings in spring training. And the Royals manager, Matt Quatraro, I mean, he could have been talking about you. He said he's a breath of fresh air, really approachable, a good teammate, really coachable.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael, for the compliment. Whoa.
Ooh. That didn't feel good after getting pegged on the back either.
Well, that's the problem with that kind of sidearm delivery. If you get that two-seamer and you don't quite get around it, it ends up going up and in against a right-handed hitter.
Now, Paul, I'm going to give you a factoid, and you're going to think I'm making it.
Fact or factoid?
Yes, a factoid. So Mason Black has a brother.
Okay.
You know what his brother's name is?
Blue.
Dixon.
Dixon.
Mason Dixon.
Ah, there we go. Now you tied it all together.
Well, the Black family did. Line drive, it is a base hit to left field. Caballero jogging gingerly toward first base.
I thought he was kind of maybe pimping the pitcher a little bit for knocking him down, but no, I think his backside hurts a little bit. I think he flips the bat, but yeah, he's not moving real well right now.
Yeah, that hurts. He's stiff. So there's Ryan McMahon, first and second, 1 man out. And a strike. One and 2 on McMahon. McMahon's 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a fly ball is center. McMahon was refreshingly honest the other day after he hit that home run and gave the Yankees the lead in the win. He said, you know what, struggling, it's just awful. Because it's awful. You're not doing anything for your teammates. It's a terrible feeling. And this had to make him feel good.
Yeah, this was off the bat. You didn't know either, but it ends up going and just covering the fence. But the emotion there, just knowing that you got that monkey off your back. You got a big home run and a big one for the Yankees.
And McMahon down on strikes.
Looks like he just got fooled by an off-speed pitch. Hadn't seen anything off-speed in the at-bat.
And here's Ben Rice. 2 walks and a home run today. Now hitting .353 against lefty pitching.
See how calm he looks at the plate now, and that's confidence and balance, and it just makes you feel like you have so much more time to figure out if it's a strike and put a good swing on it. Where you're tense and struggling, you're leaning. It seems like everything's in fast motion, like you just don't have any time.
Three and one. Rice is the 8th Yankee to come to the plate. Judge on deck. And the count full, so that's going to release the base runners. Wells from second, Caballero from first. And the pitch. Fouled away. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Yankees 7 and the Royals nothing. Yankees looking for the sweep. They've had 2 opportunities to sweep this year, and they're 1-1 in that last game. And last year they were 11-4 in games where they had an opportunity to sweep a series, which is very good. The 3-2. Foul ball. He stays alive.
And these kids are at it with the Ben Rice chance down here.
Well, just to the left of our booth downstairs.
You get a song in your head and you end up singing it all day. I'm going to go home today just saying Ben Rice. Ben Rice. It's just, it hadn't stopped all game.
Then you probably order some rice today for dinner. There he is. He's leading the chance.
Now that's into the game, right?
Swing and a miss. Rice down on strikes. But the Yankees get 3 runs with 1 swing. Trent Grisham against the lefty. Goes yard. High, far and gone for 3 runs. It's 7-0. Why not smile?
It's Justin Shackle with your Audi Studio update. Mets and Cubs at Wrigley, bottom 9. Mets 2 outs away from a win, and Michael Conforto comes to bite Devin Williams in the 9th. The go-ahead run scores right here in the 10th. Sac fly, Cubs walk off 2-1 winners. The Mets have lost 11 straight, Michael.
You know, just an interesting note, 11 straight by the Mets, and we looked up the last time the Yankees had a double-digit losing streak, 1913.
Good Lord.
Shohei Ohtani extended his on-base streak to 50 games in the 9th last night. We talked about Ramirez's 28th career multi-home run game. That extends the franchise record. And Trevor Story, good year last year. He's driving in runs, but the batting average is 188. Yankees will see the Red Sox Tuesday night at Fenway. Montefiore Einstein 7-0 Yankees. And Massey leads off against Weathers. And a strike.
You better think before you pack, Michael, because it's supposed to be cold in Boston. You know, make sure you get your hoodie on.
And then you got to have the warm weather close for Houston and Dallas.
It's a tough pack for you.
0-2 on Massey. 11 batters in a row retired by Weather, starting with the double play by Marte in the second. So Weather's dealing. And another strikeout as Massey goes down swinging.
Weather's really a good job. If he shows a left-handed hitter anything inside to get him off that slider, then he could get the swing and miss with a big breaking ball.
So here's Diaz. 0-1.
He has used the fastball a lot today, but he's using the changeup and the slider a lot more than he did earlier in the season. And I just think that it's going to help him, especially with a changeup, going away from the right-handed hitters, give him options how to get strikeouts when he needs them.
The stop. One and two on Diaz. That one's looped into right center. It's a base hit. Grisham cuts the ball off, gets it in. So a single for Diaz. Here's Michael Garcia. Struck out looking in the third, challenge the call third strike, and he was incorrect in his challenge. That was the second and final challenge for the Royals. So they were done in the third inning with ABS. The hit by Diaz, just the second hit for Kansas City. Strike three. 6 strikeout for Ryan Weathers. And the 6th Yankee strikeout is brought to you by your local Tri-State Audi dealers. He wanted to challenge this one, but no ABS.
Yeah, I got to agree with him. That's probably borderline low. But, you know, with no challenges left, and then you see the arguments with the umpire again because you can't do anything about it.
Bobby Witt hits one in the left center field. That's going to split the outfielders and go all the way to the wall. Diaz is at third. They're sending him home. Here's the throw. Here's the play.
Wow.
He's out. Oh, what a relay by Caballero.
Michael, it's 7-0. You can't do that.
So Grisham to Caballero. Caballero to Wells. Wells with the tag. End of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard 7-0. Explain this. You're down 7-0. Why is Vance Wilson, the third base coach, waving home Diaz?
Well, it's a bad decision, obviously. The only thing I can think of is at this point in the game, maybe they think that they were just going to not even throw home, but he's out easily.
I mean, that is an awful look. Just an awful look. And you see Vance Wilson waving him home. He had one wave, and then he kind of put his arms down. But he never stopped him.
Yeah, you got to know your runner, too. Diaz, obviously a catcher, not one of the fastest guys on the team.
Right side. And Pasquantino puts it away to retire Judge. And that was quite a throw by Caballero. He was mid left field. That was not cut near the infield.
Yeah, great relay. I mean, you appreciate that play because you work on it and work on it. How often are you going to use it? But it can end up, you know, if that's a one-run game, that's a huge play.
And also, I mean, you got a guy who drove in over 100 runs coming up, and Vinny Pasquantino. He's coming up next. Sometimes this game befuddles you.
Yeah, you kind of scratch your head and wonder why or how.
Rip foul. Hey, congratulations to the guy who made that throw, Jose Caballero, on being voted the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. And what a week it was. 381, 3 extra base hits, 4 ribbies, OPS over 1, 4 for 4 in stolen bases. Had the 2-run walk-off double on Wednesday, and the bat by Aaron Judge. What a week for him. Three and two. Bellinger's walked and scored, grounded to short, then doubled to left and came around to score. So 2 more runs scored for Cody. And he works a walk. Well, come celebrate Star Wars Day at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, May 2nd. There'll be appearances by your favorite Star Wars characters, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance are going to receive a match-free Mandalorian bobblehead. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com, and may the force be with you. Paul Goldschmidt grounds one foul. Goldschmidt's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Breaking ball misses. 2-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, all Yankees 7-0. They scored 3 in the first, and the Royals really have not threatened. Three and one. Driven out into center field. Thomas back and makes the play. Bellinger heads back to first. Hey, Tuesday on Yes, the rivalry reignites as the Yankees and the Red Sox kick off a 3-game set at Fenway Park. Extended coverage starts at 4:30 with 2 full hours of pregame leading up the first pitch shortly after 6:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Should be a fun 3-game set. Here's Trent Grisham. He's had fun today with that 3-run home run in the 5th. It's his 3rd home run of the year. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit past the diving Witt. He retrieves, and Bellinger will stop at second. So a base hit for Grisham.
Well, good day going here. Home run last time up. Base hit up the middle this time. What a good job by Bellinger keeping his eye on the ball, because this ball got knocked down and didn't get to his center fielder quick enough, but wasn't able to get back.
Here is Ahmed Rosario. 0 for 2 with a walk. Breaking balls upstairs. 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded there by Massey. The throw, not in time. He beat it out. Slow developing play, and Rosario running hard. Gets an infield single. Bases loaded.
Rosario hits it hard, but he gets down the line, and because of the shift, there's nobody there at second base. His only option was to try to get Rosario, who got out of the box and started smelling that hit.
So here's Wells with the bases loaded. And a strike.
Second time this game he's had the bases loaded. Last time up a sacrifice fly to left. Now with 2 outs, got a big opportunity to make something good happen here.
Left field, Collins on the run toward the line. He's there to make the play, and that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, and the bases are left loaded. Let's go to the 7th inning in the Bronx. It's time for a little thing we like to call, Mel, what do we like to call it?
How about that?
Yeah, this is on Vinny Pasquantino, captain Team Italy, and helped popularize its espresso shot home run celebration at this year's World Baseball Classic. In 2020, while left off the Royals' alternate site roster, he worked at a burger shop for $8 an hour. And he became a New York Jets fan because he shared the same first name as Vinny Testaverde.
How about that?
There's the espresso shots. Could you have played with that person for that ball?
Look at those eyes. They've had a few espressos in them.
One 1-0 on Pasquantino. He's 0 for 2 against Ryan Weathers. And a strike. So Weathers, in his previous starts while he was in there, never got a run of support. Now he's got 7. And it's making a difference for him.
Yeah, he's been in complete control over the Royals lineup today, both against the righties and the lefties. Breaking ball's really been good today against the lefties.
Now he shows you that, Team Italy, Pasquantino was on that Team Italy, and Morgan in the bullpen there. And Adam Ottavino was on that team.
Mm-hmm.
And after doing 3 hours of pregame coverage, I think he needs some of that espresso right now. Now it's Pasquantino down looking.
Again, these hitters, I think, feel helpless because, again, this is kind of a borderline down pitch, but no challenges left. There's nothing you can do.
Oh, yeah, that was low. There's some thought about the challenge system, because if you challenge something and you're right, well, you retain that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a chance if your team, let's just say you could have 9 challenges in a game. As long as you keep getting them right, you don't lose them. Now, in the NBA, you can challenge a call, and if you get it wrong, if you get it right, that's it.
Yeah.
They don't give you another one just because you get it right, because they don't want the game to go on forever. But this is so quick. NBA challenges really take a long time.
Yeah, I do really appreciate how quick the challenge is on the balls and strikes.
1-2. Swing and a miss.
Well, you look at these strikeouts, breaking balls, change up, and this is a good fastball down and in to Perez. As we've talked about in his 14th season, every once in a while you start to look in the mirror and think, I'm not quite as quick as I once was.
8 strikeouts for Weathers. Here's Lane Thomas. Hits sharply, and what a grab by McMahon. Gets to his feet, fires. But Goldschmidt could not come up with the scoop, and Thomas will reach.
Don't know that Thomas got down the line quick. Don't know if he would have had him anyway, but what a play. Just to keep it in the infield and give yourself an opportunity. Let's see here. Yeah, he would have had him.
Oh, yeah. Scored a hit. Didn't come up with a true hop. It kind of came up higher than Goldschmidt anticipated. That's why he couldn't come up with it. So here's Starling Marte. Start of this game delayed by 3 hours and 15 minutes because of rain. But it's been beautiful weather since the tarp came off. An announced crowd of 40,198 here in the Bronx. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Thomas will go to third. Marte picks up a single. First and third, 2 men out.
Well, he's jammed it in his first 2 times, and he was able to get to this breaking ball. Didn't quite get in enough on the plate. Able to squirt it through there.
Now with his 8 strikeouts today, Paul, Weathers has 36 on the season. That ties his teammate Cam Schlittler for 3rd in the American League. Gavin Williams leads with 40, and Jose Soriano has 39. Fernando Cruz will start the throw. Here's Collins with 2 outs, 1st and 3rd. Collins with a fly ball to left, and he grounded back to Weathers. So 0 for 2. And Wells wants to talk with his left-hander. Now these are the situations where the Royals have really struggled. Coming into the game, they're hitting .201 with runners in scoring position. That's 29th in baseball. The only team worse, the Reds, at 181, but Paul, the Reds are winning because
they got a winning record. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's a strange stat. Sometimes, if that continues, obviously the Reds aren't going to have a winning record, but so far so good for them.
Last 11 games for KC, 10 for 75 with runners in scoring position. So 2-0 on Collins. Fly ball center field. That number goes down as the ball comes down into the glove of Grisham. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base at the end of 6.5 innings of play. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Yankees lead 7-0, but we'll stay right here as we honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise? Remove your caps and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army Private First Class William Stepik from New York City, who served in the Korean War. The Yankees say thank you, William, for your sacrifice and for your service to our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. Throw the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white before. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Justin and Adam with your Ford studio update. And Adam, you said leadoff hitter Ben Rice would see a lot of pitches today. Looks like it's paid off. He's reached base 3 times so far.
Yeah, fantastic move by Boone. He draws the leadoff walk in the first. Judge goes deep right away, get that early lead. Ben himself goes deep later, so these moves are paying off.
Oh, Michael, Adam, Dylan, and myself are going to chug a couple of espressos. We'll have you covered on the post game, though. But right now, we'll throw it back to you, Paul and Meredith. Arrivederci, fellas.
I'll tell you what, Justin, you guys deserve a toast. I mean, that was some job during the rain delay, hosting all that time. So kudos to all 3 of you. 7-7-0 for the Yanks, 0-5-0 for the Royals. Reagan's went 1 out into the 5th. Bobby Witt Jr. 2 for 3. Ryan Weather 7 strong innings. Yankee home runs, Judge, Rice, and Grisham. Eli Morgan comes in, and the pitch is high to Caballero. Not too many places in the league, Paul, that you can warm up and your last name is right in front of the bullpen. Eli Morgan has that. Has it twice. He's pitched twice in the series. Soft ground ball, shortstop. Witt charges.
Well, you just watch Witt, and you know, I was watching him when he hit his double, how he runs. Just everything seems to be perfect. He's fast. He fields well. He hits for power. He can just tell he's meant to be out in a Major League Baseball field. So you're hosting a dinner. I mean, do you have to do big speeches and stuff to get everybody going tonight, or what's the deal?
Well, a lot of the dinner is scripted, but then when you introduce the team, that's when they say go.
Just go for it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Two-0 on McMahon. Three-0.
That's weird because I went look back at the welcome home dinners, and they've been going on for forever. But they used to be on like a day off, and now
they used to always be after opening day.
Yeah.
So the night of opening day.
Oh, because I thought I remember going on some days off, but after a game, that's quite a day.
3-1 on McMahon. Chavihi beginning to throw or mimicking throwing. And there's a walk to Ryan McMahon. Well, fans, Yankee games on Yes are streaming live on the Gotham Sports app, included for free with your eligible TV provider subscription. Download and sign into the Gotham Sports app now and check out all the great Yankees content, including game highlights, post-game sound, and Jack Curry's News and Views podcast.
Well, it looks like Aaron Boone's going to go to the bullpen, and Weathers, I mean, if you look at his line, what a tremendous start for him. 7 innings pitched, only 5 hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts, only 91 pitches, and 64 of those are strikes. So give him an A for the day, right?
Pitched quite well. Let's check out the Yankees bullpen budget, brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Looks like they'll be able to give David Bednar and Doval another day off. Cruz sat down. Really, the only guy pitched yesterday was Blackburn. Everybody else is fairly well rested. I'm sure they'd like to stay away from Hedrick again if they could. They've used him a lot.
You know, I was watching, like I said, in between, you know, the rain delay. Aldovino and Betances in the studio, I saw them talking about Duvall, and I was interested. I couldn't hear. I would have loved to see, you know, what they think, because, you know, on paper, as Ben writes, gets jammed on paper. You know, he should not be getting hit the way he is. And the one thing I do notice, he has a little trouble getting the ball away from lefties because he's so comfortable throwing that cutter. But have to tune in and figure this out, right?
We got to get you a monitor with sound. So you're trying to read their lips when this is going on.
I just gave up. I just figured, you know what? I know what they're talking about. I'd love to hear what they're talking about.
Help America's Heroes. Donate $11 a month and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to t2t.org. Oh, 2 on Judge. Judge with a 2-run home run in the first. Cincinnati struck out twice and popped to third. Well, check that, popped to first. Strike 3. Judge down looking. Yankees strand 1 will go to the 8th inning. Let's go down on the farm. The guy the Yankees got for Carlos Narvaez from the Red Sox, Elmer Rodriguez, their number 3 prospect. He started off great in 3 starts at AAA. Spencer Jones started off slowly, has picked it up the last 14 games. And Louis Serna, right-handed, South Atlantic League, is pitching well as well. So Weather's still in there and deals a strike to Massey.
Yeah, with a lefty leading off, I think Aaron Boone decided, you know what, go out and probably go hitter to hitter here, see what happens. 91 pitches coming into the inning. Season high at 101, so he's getting close.
Nice bounce back for Weathers after giving up the 3 straight home runs against the Angels in the first inning his last start. 2-1. Shallow center, backing up Caballero. 1 down, and that will do it. You know, he wanted him to face Massey. And here comes Boone. So Weathers pitches beautifully. 1 out into the 8th. Yankees lead this one 7-0 as Boone goes to the pen. It's time to name that Yankee. There's one little bit of a speed bump here that throws people off. It's the first team, the Orioles. But it's Lou Piniella.
Yeah, it tricked me because I remember Lou Piniella being Rookie of the Year for the Kansas City Royals. But He had started other places where he didn't qualify, so he's still a rookie.
Boy, could he hit. Big clutch hits for the Yankees. Made big plays in the outfield as well. Later became their manager, won a World Series with the Cincinnati Reds as their manager. Managed the Mariners to 116 regular season wins. Sweet Lou. Angel Chivihi comes in for the Yankees and throws the ball to Diaz. You know, he started with the Orioles and he was playing in the minor leagues, and Earl Weaver was his manager. And you see his career numbers with the Yankees. Also was a hitting coach for them and served as a GM too. That one's driven deep to left field. That ball is going to drop in for a base hit and then bounce and grabbed by a fan, so it's going to be a double for Diaz.
Boy, that had to sound like he hit it in the seat.
Yeah, it did.
He's got it in on him a little bit, jam shot, but you know, right over there, Cody Bellinger playing towards the gap. No chance to get over there.
Anyway, he got into a spat with Earl Weaver. Lou Piniella did in the minors. And Weaver sent him home. And then, he, you know, there was an injury. He said, you know, come back. And Lou said, I'm not coming back. Take a walk. And then Weaver went to talk to me. So he goes, you know, you were a little too emotional. And Piniella goes back to him, you were telling me?
Yeah, you're the one that sent me home, right?
The 1-1. Ground ball. Caballero charges. Will get Garcia. And Lou certainly knew how to get the fans excited when he was a manager. He had to say with the umpires. Through bases.
Oh, did he?
Didn't you learn that from Billy Moore?
Never forget the night in Cincinnati where he came out, took the base out, and heaved it into right field. And he actually said he hurt his shoulder, but I ran out the next inning, and Dutch Rennert was an old umpire, and that's who had thrown him out. He says, you know, I really like Lou, but I can't have him throwing bases around the ballpark.
Three 3-0 on Bobby Witt. Witt's 2 for 3. And a strike.
That's pretty free and easy, 97 right there. It's just amazing to me where he doesn't even look like he's trying to throw hard, and he's still 97, 99.
And he ends up walking Witt. Now he'll have to deal with Pasquantino. You know, he could look like he's dealing, and then, you know, he made a mistake to Trout where he left a changeup up, and Trout crushed it into the bleachers and left. But the stuff is there, and you can see why the Yankees made that trade with the Rockies. They see a lot of ability there that if they can harness, he could be quite a piece in the bullpen. Matt Blake's going to go out and talk with him. As now Cruz is getting ready again. Schreiber heating up for the Kansas City Royals. Royals trying to avoid a sweep. They've lost 6 straight games. And they'll go home And they're going to face the Orioles in Kansas City. One and 0. So 2-0. Yankees getting high leverage guys up because these games can get close in a hurry. 7-0 is not insurmountable. You make one mistake here, all of a sudden you're looking at a 4-run game. So Hill and Cruz are up. And they will be in a hurry if he continues to labor here.
Yeah,
so 3-0.
Have the day off tomorrow, so you know you can pretty much use who you want. Know that they're automatically have a day off tomorrow.
Now Weathers' line is complete, 7 1/3 shutout innings. Diaz got on against Chivihi. Knocked down by Goldschmidt. He steps on the bag, and that will do it. Well, Paul talked about it. Let's see.
Oh, they're good old days. Chuck and Lou.
Well, fans, after the final, I'll get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from the manager. Plus, a look ahead to the series with the Red Sox. That's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. You know, Paul mentioned last year the Yankees didn't face the Red Sox until June. The Yankees and the Sox didn't play each other until June in each of the last 3 seasons. So now we get an April matchup at Fenway. John Schreiber, the new Royals pitcher. And that one is clocked into center field, and Thomas runs it down to retire Bellinger. That was hit well.
Yeah, he's really had some good swings, a couple home runs yesterday, obviously, but you could see it coming on where he was starting to look like he was on a lot of pitches. And that usually happens a couple days before you see guys really get results.
Fouled away. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees lead 7-0. Now, starting on Tuesday, the Yankees begin a stretch where 18 of their next 25 games are on the road. So that becomes a little bit of an early test. Ground ball, Bobby Witt Jr. Take a look at the upcoming schedule. 3 against Boston, then on to Houston to face the Astros over the weekend. And they'll finish the road trip with another 3-game set in Texas, but they'll move to Arlington where they'll meet the Rangers for 3.
And I was just looking at what's going on. You think, Danny Cunningham and the grounds crew is going to have an easy, little road trip, but they've got the soccer game coming in here on Wednesday, and then the Savannah Bananas coming in. So.
Yep. Trent Grisham swings at the first pitch and lost it to left field, fairly deep. Collins back, he's there, and he makes the play. So Schreiber retires the Yankees in order 1, 2, 3, and we go to the 9th with the Yankees up by 7. Lead 7-0. We take a look at the game-changing drive of the game, brought to you by Audi and the all-new Audi Q3.
Well, I hope you tuned in early and got here on time, because Aaron Judge in the first inning, as he's done 90 times in his career, dead center field, 2-0 Yankees.
Never look back. Now we go to the 9th inning. Salvador Perez will lead off. Pitch outside. a strike to the Royals veteran DH, who was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts today. So Weathers came into the game with a 4.29 ERA, 7 1/3 shutout innings. His ERA goes down to 3.18. And we mentioned that because the Yankee rotation is now 3rd in the majors in ERA at 2.98 and 3rd in the majors in innings per start, just under 6, 5.62. Hit sharply, foul. High pop-up. Caballero. Crowd number 1 in the ninth. There's Lane Thomas. Infield single his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And a strike.
Well, Michael, it looks like, they came back on a losing streak. We fixed things for them here. Now it looks like they're going to go 5-2 on the homestand. Don't go on the road and mess this thing up, all right?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Give me your John Sterling voice.
You are more than welcome to join me, Paul, if you'd like.
Nah. Got to get back home, check on all the kids, make sure everything's okay.
I'll be with Joe Girardi in Boston.
Yeah.
And David Cohen in Texas. 1-2.
Well, you're not going by yourself out there. Meredith will be alone on the trip. Huh?
Oh, Meredith is always there. You don't mess with Meredith. If the Yankees hold on, Paul, so with all the angst that comes along with a 5-game losing streak, if they win this game and they go to 13-9,
we're going on pace here, aren't we?
Yeah, you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
96 wins.
I was going to say it was 92 or 93 coming in, so it's got to go up, right? It's a pretty good year.
Right to the second baseman, Rosario. And Thomas, who can really fly, is out for the second out.
Yeah, he does run well, but boy, when you get knuckled like this, you have a little trouble getting out of the box. But once he gets going, yeah, he's moving.
And here is Marte as the Royals are down to their final out. Ooh. That can't feel too good. He keeps looking out at Chavihi. Obviously, you're upset, but he's not hitting anybody on purpose.
No, but
7-0.
the thing is,
it just hurts.
Yeah, it hurts, and you know what? It's like in a game like this, what are you trying to come up and in? Which he probably was. You see the target away. Like I said, when you get under that two-seamer a little bit, it has a tendency to run up and into righties.
They are not holding Marte on at first.
And you're right, Michael. It does hurt. So, you know, at that point as a hitter, you don't want to hear about anybody's logic. You just know that your arm's throbbing.
Well, this is a challenge by Wells, powered by T-Mobile. And he gets that one wrong.
New York has no remaining challenges.
So no remaining challenges for the Yankees, and the Royals have not had one since the third inning. Going to second is Marte, and he will make it on defensive indifference. Fouled away as Marte was taken off from second to go to third. And the pitch. Marte will take third. Defensive indifference.
All right, he's out of bases. He can't steal home. Wells is not going to give him that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 9th inning. Yankees lead 7-0. Yankees 7-0. The Royals 0-6-0. Javihi deals. Strike 3. Ball game, and the Yankees will go to Boston on Tuesday in first place in the American League East.
Well, it's always good to take off on a long road trip, which they have ahead of them with a sweep, and they just swept the Kansas City Royals. The offense was really taken off in this series, and another good pitching performance right there. Ryan Weathers, first win of the year, first win as a Yankee.
First runs he gets. Another good day for Ben Rice as he puts another one in the seats, as did Trent Grisham and the captain, of course, of the first inning blast. All good in Yankee land. They win 7-0. We'll come back, give out awards on the post game after that. The Yankees win 7-0. We take a look at the Chevy player of the game.
Well, it's Ryan Weathers. He got off to a good start today, better than his last start. He threw zeros up all day, 7 1/3, 5 hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts for his first Yankee win.
7-7-0 for the Yanks, 0-6-0 for the Royals. Time of the game 2:34 following a 3-hour and 15-minute rain delay before first pitch. Weathers' his first win. Reagan's the 4th loss. Yankee home runs Judge, Rice, and Grisham. We'll hear from Ben Rice in the postgame show On the Field with Meredith. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the WB Mason postgame show with Justin Shackle, Dylan Patansis, and Adam Ottavino. Special thanks to producer Troy Benjamin, director Dan Barr, Mike Webb, the executive producer of the Yes Network. This is Mr. Jared Ames Boschnack. Hey, join us again on Tuesday as the Yankees head up to Fenway to begin a 3-game series against the Boston Red Sox. Coverage begins at 4:30 p.m. on Yes, with first pitch coming shortly after 6:30. Once again, the final score: the Yankees 7 and the Royals 0. For Paul O'Neill and Meredith Marakovitz, I'm Michael K. saying see ya from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Now let's go to Justin Shackle, Dylan Patansis, and Adam Ottavino standing by with the post-game show.
Welcome in, everybody, to the WB Mason postgame. Justin Shackle, Dylan Patansis, Adam Ottavino with you. Yankees complete a 5-2 homestand, and they complete the sweep of the Royals, winning today 7-0. We saw a bit of everything. We saw dominance from Ryan Weathers. We saw the offense with some early punches against Cole Reagans, and Dylan, we saw the Rice rise to the top. Let's get to your Hyundai opening comment.
It starts with right at the top of the lineup. He draws a 6-pitch walk where he sets up Aaron Judge right behind him. He's able to see four-seam fastball, slider, and a curveball right away from Ragans, which gives a lot of information to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge comes up, delivers a 2-run homer, gives some run support finally for Weathers, and Weathers takes care of the rest.
Yeah, Ryan Weathers' first career win for the Yankees today. That had to feel really good. You know, he's been pitching better. Last game, I know, got off the rails a little bit early, but this game, tremendous outing. Used the sweeper to great effect. The fastball inside on the righties really kept them off balance and set the tone today.
We're going to hear from Ben Rice in a moment. Also, Aaron Boone's thoughts coming up as well. Right now, it's the Ford highlights of this Yankees offensive attack against Cole Ragans. Like Dylan mentioned, here in the first inning, on a 3-2 count, Ben Rice draws that walk after Ragans misses on the fastball. And next batter, it's Mr. First Inning, Aaron Judge, teeing off 90th career first inning home run, his 9th of the season, and the Yankees are already up 2-0. And later on in this inning, the Yankees made Ragans really work. They were patient. Adam, what did you see in these at-bats against Ragans in the first?
Yeah, coming into the game, Cole was having a hard time with his command this year. Yankees understood that, so they stayed disciplined within the strike zone. They were able to draw a bunch of walks, I believe 4 in that first inning, and just make Ragans understand that he's going to have to come over the plate if he wants to beat these guys. And then when he did, they were definitely ready to catch those runs in as well.
Well, a 3-run first inning for the Bombers. And speaking of bombs, right there, Ben Rice going yard, knocking a solo shot into the seats in right. 4th straight game with a home run, 8th of the season, as the Yanks now go up 4-0. Bottom 5, Cody Bellinger hitting a ball out to left, and the Royals, unable to make the play. It drops right there. Maybe a late afternoon sun issue. Either way, Bellinger is aboard as he gets to second for a double, and the next batter off a full count, Paul Goldschmidt, takes the pitch low inside for ball 4. And this is where Trent Grisham stepped in. He starts the homestand with some power, and he ends it with some power as well. He looked pretty strong this homestand.
I mean, great job there to take advantage of the mistakes the Royals made. They did the same thing yesterday. They dropped the ball. They take advantage. Yankees do the same here in the 5th inning. Great swing there by Grisham.
3rd of the year for Grisham, all coming on this homestand. As you take a look at the damage the Yankees did tonight, every starter reached base this afternoon. Judge and Rice at the top. They've now combined for 17 home runs this season, but Rice in the leadoff spot, a home run, 2 walks, scores twice as well. And Meredith Barakovich caught up with Rice right after the final out.
Ben, the offense continued to roll today, putting up 7. You walked in your first at-bat, had a great view to watch Aaron Judge blast his 9th home run of the season. When he gets you on the board early like that, what does it do for the rest of the offense?
Oh, it's so contagious. I mean, especially when he's the guy to do it. Just gets everybody going, gets everybody ready to go, and it's a lot of fun to watch it fly out of the ballpark when he hits it.
You guys gave Ryan Weathers a cushion, and he did not look back. 7 1/3 scoreless for him. What impressed you about the way he was throwing the ball?
Just super aggressive in the zone with all of his stuff. You know, we all know he's going to go out there and compete his butt off. But to see him go out there, fill up the zone, just attack, it was good to see.
You said Aaron Judge, when he hits home runs, it's contagious. Well, you hit one in 4 consecutive games, 2nd inning home run for you today. Just how locked in do you feel at the plate right now?
I feel like, you know, in a good spot, feeling good, and, you know, I just got to keep getting good pitches to hit and hopefully capitalize on them. You've
been swinging the bat well all season long. Just what does it mean for you to contribute on a daily basis?
Feels good, and it feels even better when we're winning. So to come out here and get a sweep going into the next road trip is big time.
Talk about winning. You guys hit a little bit of a rough patch. What do you think enabled you guys to bounce back like that and sweep the Royals?
Yeah, I think just continuing to just emphasize having quality at bats. Like I said, with pitchers, just attacking the zone and believing in ourselves. So we know that we always got the group who can turn it around and put together some W's.
Boston is next. You're looking forward to getting your first look at the Red Sox this season?
Absolutely. Those are always fun series. We're looking forward to heading over to Fenway.
Ben, appreciate the time.
Thanks.
Send it back to you.
Gentlemen, we talked about it before the game. This was a different-looking lineup for the Yankees. Perhaps maybe a one-off look against a lefty. We have a couple more lefties going on here. But Ben Rice consistently now in the lineup against left-handers, consistently showing off his production in a variety of ways. Might be tough to keep him out of the leadoff spot. Whenever you feel like it's an option, you could just plug and play, no?
I sneaky like him in the leadoff spot. He's a threat right away. First batter of the game, you see that. Cole Reagan's kind of picking around the zone that first at bat. Now you have a man on base for Judge right off the rip. I think that's a beautiful thing. And then on top of that, right now, I mean, this is the season of Ben Rice here in the early going, and the more at bats you can get him, the better. If you're batting leadoff, you got a shot for an extra at bat. So I'm loving him in the leadoff spot.
I mean, this is a guy with great plate discipline. As a pitcher, you have to come in the zone with him, but he does a great job of staying away from balls that people try to expand with him. He's off to a blazing start, probably one of the best hitters in all the big leagues, and it's good. He's rewarding his manager, puts him at the top, gets on base twice via walk, and hits a long home run for his 4th straight game. So, I mean, it's good to see when a manager does a decision and the hitter rewards you.
So Rice goes full count right off the rip from the bottom of the first, sees the pitches, gets on base. Judge hits the homer. You obviously saw the Yankees make Reagan's work in that first inning. What's being said amongst the hitters as they return to the dugout in that first inning as it's moving along?
Probably just keep the pressure on. Don't let him off the hook. Make sure he's throwing the ball over the plate. He has been struggling with his command this year, and I think they did a great job of taking advantage of that. Actually, it's just a continuation from yesterday. They did the same thing with Cameron. So all of a sudden, the guys are seeing the ball well, and they're making good swing decisions. And obviously, they have enough talent that when they do that, it's probably going to work out well for them.
And it was some early run support here for Ryan Weathers. He took the mound, and right in the second inning, he had himself a 3-0 lead. The optimum player of the game is Ryan Weathers, as he was looking to earn his first win as a Yankee. We take a look at his afternoon. Top of the second, runner on first, nobody out, and Starling Marte hits a ground ball back up the middle. Easy double play for Caballero as Weathers is scoreless through 2 innings. But guys, what did you notice about the pitch mix this afternoon against this Royals lineup?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job of mixing his fastballs on both sides of the plate, and his sweeper, he's been unhittable all season. He did a great job as well with his changeup. He kept hitters off balance the whole game.
Here in the 6th, this one reaches the gap. It goes over the head of Grisham as Bobby Witt Jr. jumped on the pitch. And here is the throw home as Diaz is gunned down by Plenty. Questionable send, huh?
Yeah, not really sure what they're thinking there. I mean, 1 run is not going to score 7 there. So that was a situation where they needed more than that to be desperate to score a run. So that didn't make a lot of sense. But, Yankees will take their free outs when they can get them.
And here Weathers is in the 8th inning. Picks up the first out there. So Weathers, in 2 out of the last 3 outings, pitches into the 8th inning. He goes 7 1/3, scoreless, gives up 5 hits. Strikes out 8, issues just 1 walk. He does it on 95 pitches to earn his first win as a Yankee. And, gentlemen, 20 1/3 combined innings pitched by these 3 starters this series. They combined to allow just 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 25 strikeouts. So this was a question mark in the middle of the homestand. Hey, how are the Yankees going to start to cover some of the spots for the relievers and take away some stress? Well, these 3 answered the call here this series.
I mean, the Yankees needed length from their starters, and they sure enough got that from all 3 guys, all of them going deep in the game. Everybody pitched into the 7th, Weathers into the 8th. I mean, they were amazing, and they executed with their fastballs. That's what their rotation's doing a great job. They're able to pound the strike zone, and Weathers did that tonight, and the whole rotation did everything they could to put the team in a great spot going into Boston.
I love what's brewing with these 3 guys. Normally, if you see a 3-pitcher box like that, it's going to be Cole, Rodon, and Fried. That's what you would expect. But right now, Schlittler, Warren, and Weathers picking up the slack, going deep in the game. Now the bullpen's completely reset for Boston. They did everything that the Yankees could have asked for this series.
Yankees win it here 7-0. They sweep the Royals and complete a 5-2 homestand heading into the off day. We're going to take our first break here on the WB Mason postgame. When we come back, we get the thoughts from Aaron Boone after a productive series in the Bronx. Stay with us.
The Yankees postgame show on Yes is presented by WB Mason. Count on who but WB Mason for next day free business delivery of Blizzard Spring Water. The Yankees postgame show on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires.
Well, Tuesday on Yes, the rivalry reignites as the Yankees and the Red Sox kick off a 3-game set at Fenway Park. Tune in beginning at 4:30 for extended coverage, starting with the new shows, Yankees Rewind and Yankees Lineup presented by CarShield. Then it's Audi batting practice and the FanDuel pregame leading up to first pitch at 6:45, all on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Well, the Yankees' dominance of the Royals continues. When you include the postseason, they're now 55-18 against KC since 2015. That's their best record against any opponent that they've played at least 20 times over that span. It's 9 straight regular season wins over the Royals, and it's 11 in a row if you go back to the 2024 American League Division Series. Let's hear from Aaron Boone after this latest sweep in the Toyota Managers Report.
Aaron, Ryan Weathers received a nice ovation when he walked off the mound. What allowed him to go 7 1/3 scoreless?
I mean, he's just started filling up the strike zone with really good stuff, obviously. I thought his sweeper was really good today where he really started landing that. First inning, kind of feeling his way there. But then after that, really got into a really good groove with everything. But the biggest thing was just attacking the strike zone.
In the top of the 6th, what did you think of that defensive play from
the relay?
Yeah,
it was great. I mean, maybe a little chance for them to get back in the game there. Witt stings the ball to the wall, and just a good job by Grisha, just putting his head down, going to be real efficient with it, and then a very under control, perfect one-hop throw by Cabby to Wells. So really good execution there to kind of, thwart any little rally they were starting to put together.
Ben Rice continues to hit 4th straight game with the home run. It seemed like that pitch that he hit was up and in a little bit. How tough is that to get to and keep there?
Yeah, he said a couple with that same pitch. I feel like he got one the other day where it was tight to him like that, and he's able to get the barrel to it and keep it fair. But really set a good tone. First at bat of the game, really long, grinded out walk ahead of Aaron's homer. So more good ABs by him. You
mentioned Aaron's homer. Rice had said when he hits one early like that, he feels like hitting's contagious, and it kind of goes through.
Yeah.
Do you sense that at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there's probably something to that. I think when the captain gets it going like he can in the first a lot, it feels like does seem to have a little bit of an effect on things.
Dan?
I know he stayed in the game, but how is Caballero? He was down for a while.
Yeah, I think he's fine. Kind of smoked him in the small of the back there on that. But I think he's fine.
Brendan?
Just how important has Caballero been to you guys for really the past week? I mean, obviously beyond that, but he's hit well lately.
Yeah, he's playing well. I feel like he's been real steady in the field, as well as making some really good plays, and had some obviously big time at bats and big spots, and just on both sides doing a really good job, and then obviously what he brings to the table on the bases.
We talked to you a lot about whether Ben Rice is going to play against lefties or that kind of stuff. He's hit well so in the matchups you've given him against lefties. Is there a through line to where you have decided, like, all right, we like him against this kind of lefty or anything like that?
Through line. Help me out.
Commonality.
I mean, I like him pretty much against everyone. I definitely liked him today and yesterday. Sometimes you talk and it's just left, right. It's not left, right. I treat everyone, every individual starters in their own bucket, and then what's down in the pen and what's available and all those kind of things. So there's a lot more that goes into it than just he throws with this arm or that arm. So bottom line is, again, I think he's turning into, or even is, one of the really outstanding hitters in the league. I mean, that's what he is right now.
Dave?
It seemed like you got what you wanted today, Aaron, out of Rice in the leadoff spot. Obviously, some good at-bats. You got the power there, too. Grouping him and Judge together like that, they're so dangerous and so intimidating to opposing pitchers. How good is that combo right now to to kind of play with and set up how you want.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely had that feel to it today. Like, you better be on top of your game right out of the chute. And a really good long grinded out at bat by Benny there, and then the homer, and all of a sudden we're 2-0 because, just too heavy at bats against you right away. So, yeah, a lot to that.
Bob.
Aaron, you just said a moment ago how much better of a hitter that Rice is becoming, or one of the best in the league. Can you trace what he's doing better this year than a year ago, and what way he's evolved?
I think he's finding some more holes right now. Last year it was pretty dynamic. Like, he was, what he ended up with, 530 plate appearances, well over 800. I think everyone's kind of done the digging where the underlying stuff suggested it was even better than that probably. And so it's just been a steady ascent for him. He did some really good things in 24 for us, had some struggles in 24 that I think he grew from. But last year was really a breakout season for him, and I think a prelude to what he can be, which is, I think what we're seeing.
Mark in the back right.
Aaron, just big picture after this series where you played, really good baseball, does it feel like you're kind of hitting your stride before the Red Sox series?
It's day to day. It's so early in the season still, and I thought we played really well, obviously, this weekend in a lot of facets, which is always good. You want to play clean. You want to, feel like you can do different things on a given day to win a game. And so I thought the guys played outstanding this weekend, and the last back-to-back days where, the offense really, kind of broke out, back-to-back games, which we haven't had that, especially, against two good pitchers, Cameron and Reagan's, to put up the kind of numbers we did, I think says a lot. And hopefully that is something that guys are starting to find their stride a little bit offensively. And, but, you enjoy this one, nice off day tomorrow, and then back at it. And we're only as good as Tuesday night again.
Brendan.
It's because tomorrow's an off day. Have you decided what's next for Rodon?
He'll pitch again in, whatever his next turn. They haven't finalized that yet.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
A lot of discussion on Weathers, a lot of discussion on the combination of Rice and Judge. We're going to touch on more of that in just a little bit. But overall, if you think about where this offense was at the start of the homestand, there were a lot of questions being asked about this team, whether it was snap judgments or the small sample size, whatever it was. The results weren't exactly there. A lot of low-scoring games, a lot of close-scoring games. They opened it up this series, and they really take advantage of a pitcher that you thought coming into today was pretty vulnerable.
Yeah, when this lineup's at their best, they control the strike zone extremely well. They take a lot of walks. But the second thing that does is it forces the opponent to come over the plate. Reagan's was struggling throwing strikes coming into this start. They did a great job making him throw the ball over the plate, and he didn't do a great job of that. He had 8 walks. But when he did come over the plate, they were ready to pounce. These guys hit the ball hard. They have those qualities. So you combine those two qualities, that's when the Yankees are at the best, making the guy come over the plate and then taking advantage.
Yeah, the Yankees offense, they did what they were supposed to do. They got guys on. Cole Reagans was walking 5 per 9. They were able to get 8 walks in this game against them. And they've done a great job early in the season of getting guys on via walks, which that's where the ABS, I feel like, favors a team like the Yankees, because they want you. They get you in the zone. They want you to throw strikes. They don't chase as much. And you've seen it here today. They made him pay. Obviously, Reagan's was getting out of situations before he got to today. But today, the guys got runners on, and they were able to capitalize.
And felt like they were suffocating Reagan's in that first inning, and they took it all the way to a 7-0 victory this afternoon to sweep the Royals. We're going to take another break here on the WB Mason postgame. Big reason why they were able to complete the sweep. That man right there on the mound, Ryan Weathers, goes 7+. We'll take a break. We'll come back and hear from Ryan after his first Yankees win. Stay with us.
The Yankees post-game show on Yes is brought to you in part by Audi. Experience the all-new Audi Q3 at your local tri-state Audi dealer. The Yankees post-game show on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Hyundai dealers. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Well, for the second time in 3 outings, Ryan Weathers reached the 8th inning for the Yankees today. Goes 7 1/3 scoreless. He gives up just 5 hits. He strikes out 8, walks 1, does it efficiently, needing just 95 pitches. As we take a look at pitching decisions presented by Sage, the four-seamer working, the off-speed and breaking pitches working really well, pitching away from right-handers. He saw that he could dominate this Royals lineup early, and he ran away with it. Let's hear from Weathers in our Genesis Sounds of the Game.
Ryan, what do you think allowed you to have success this afternoon?
I think the fastball lanes were a lot cleaner today. I think got them in good spots. When I was actually going away today, I was missing away instead of missing to the middle of the plate. So fastball lanes were a lot cleaner today.
Why do you think that was?
A lot of work in between starts. Just focusing on location, prioritizing location, trusting my stuff over the plate. But, at some point you got to be able to get to your thirds, and I thought I got to the thirds well today.
Any tweaks mechanically that helped you do that?
Just relaxing. Instead of trying to hit a spot, just let my arm free flow and just get through the pitch. So it's been a lot better this past week.
With that in mind, how meaningful was that ovation when you walked off the mound there?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, this is probably the best place in the world to pitch at. So, I was 0-2. So those 2 losses, every time I pitch, I want to win for the New York Yankees. So today was a good team win, and looking forward to this coming series.
You had to wait a long time to actually get the ball today. Just what are you doing during that rain delay? How do you kind of stay ready but not get too amped up too early?
I was just running through crossword and Sudoku puzzles, just trying to burn some time. But no, just hanging out in here. I'm not one of the guys that have to be locked in for the whole day. That's just not my personality. So just sitting around talking with the guys, just chopping it up, and just waiting until we get a game time.
How much does that early run support help you just to maybe even relax on the mound?
For sure. I mean, then you can truly just fill up the strike zone. That's your job, is keep throwing up zeros. And when they put up 6 or they put up 7 like that, it makes my job a lot easier.
That 6th inning, did you think Caballero was going to turn and go home there?
Oh, I had no clue what they were sending him. They sent him, and Cabby just threw a laser to the plate. It was awesome.
What was it like to be able to have Judge and Rice back you up like that with that kind of power?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do. That's what Judge has done so well in his career, and that's what Ben, that's what he's doing now, and it's fun to be on their same team.
So 8 strikeouts, 1 walk here for Ryan Weathers as he picks up the win. And I just go back to what we were discussing a little bit earlier between the 3 starting pitchers this series. I mean, strikeout to walks. You have Cam Shuttler, 36-3. Will Warren, 31-6. Ryan Weathers after today, 36-8. Those are the 3 we're talking about in the Yankees rotation. If those are the numbers that are attached to these 3 gentlemen, what could it say about the potential of this rotation for the long haul?
I mean, the rotation is as deep as I ever seen it. From my time playing till now, their rotation is insane. The ability to continue to pound the strike zone, these guards are doing a tremendous job. Weathers today, he filled it up. He talked about pitching in more. That was the game plan. He did that a lot better. And some of the misses that we're in, we're still in the thirds of the outside of the plate. I thought he did a great job of mixing his pitches, but this rotation is definitely scary.
It's so great because they are throwing strikes, so the conversation's not like, oh, can these guys throw strikes? It's more so what pitches are they going to throw and figure out their formulas. When Weathers stumbled across something, I think, in the second half of that Angels game that served him well into this game, which is making the sweeper a bigger part of it. For Schlittler and Warren, it's the fastballs, and they're mixing those up, and they kind of have their formulas figured out, and now Weathers is on board as well. So looking forward to what these guys can do the rest of the season.
I found it interesting that Weathers said he liked to chop it up during the rain delay with his teammates. I go back to what we were talking about, how you wanted to stay out of the way of whomever was making that start that particular day. Who was the opposite of that mindset, where they needed to kind of socialize with their teammates when you were playing?
CC, you can always go to CC and have a normal conversation. He actually loved when you did that. He didn't want to be too focused on the game. Once it was closer to the game, you kind of left him alone. But I've been on the other side, like I spoke about earlier, Andy Pettit. You kind of just let him go about his business and leave him alone and let him go out there and shove.
CC immediately came to mind. I mean, he's always walking around the clubhouse talking to everybody. I've been on the other side of it. You know, I came up with a guy, Chris Carpenter, who was the ace of the Cardinals when I was there, and he was like, do not even look at him. Don't even look him in the eyes. But I think, of course, it's nice for a rain delay situation if you're not like that, and Weathers was able to keep it chill, chop it up with the guys, and then lock it in when he needed to.
We're going to continue our post-game coverage here on the WB Mason post-game. Ryan Weathers set the tone on the mound, but Aaron Judge and Ben Rice set the tone at the dish. A 1-2 combo in this Yankee lineup that pounded Royals pitching all weekend. Plenty more coverage ahead. Stay with us.
The Yankees post-game show on Yes is presented by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. The Yankees post-game show on Yes is brought to you in part by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on.
Time now for the FanDuel Casino thrills of the game. And we take you to inning number 1. Mr. First Inning, Adam. Aaron Judge becoming a very, very early threat often.
I thought this was a little bit of high baseball IQ there. You know, a leadoff walk by Rice. Judge sitting on an off-speed pitch. First pitch curveball. Reagan thinks he's going to get ahead with it. Judge says not so fast.
And then with Ben Rice lately, Dylan, you can't get by with anything if you're a pitcher.
Stay hot, Ben Rice. Fastball up and in. He drives it to right field. I mean, he's been amazing to start the season. It's great to see.
Memorable moments presented by Prevagen, made for your brain. Talking about the Yankee duos with 8 or more homers in the first 22 team games all time. You have the Mick and Yogi in 1956, Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Judge in 2022, and now Aaron Judge and Ben Rice combining for 17 home runs here in 2026. So you see Ben Rice leading off here today. Is there an obvious preference moving forward as to who should hit in front of the other?
I don't have a preference. I do like them next to each other either way, whether Ben's in front or behind Aaron. I just think, you know, Ben Rice has earned this opportunity. He's really ascending. I do think this is going to be the year of Ben Rice. And now they have a crazy dynamic duo, whether it's Judge Rice or Rice Judge doesn't really matter to me, but it was pretty cool to watch Rice in front of Judge today.
The last time we seen a great combo like this was a couple years ago. Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. And the last time they did that, they went to the World Series. Rice is off to a tremendous start. Both of those guys control the strike zone very well, and they do damage when they're in they barrel balls. They do a great job at that. So love this combo. Either way, I think it works.
Judge and Rice both homer. Ryan Weathers pitches a terrific game as the Yankees complete the sweep 7-0 here over the Royals. That's going to do it for the WB Mason postgame as the Yankees finish off the sweep. But stick around because Yankees Extra Innings Live is coming up next. We'll have more reaction from the clubhouse, including some thoughts from the always electric Jose Caballero. It's coming up next right here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.